Hello viewers, welcome to Dailies on TVRC. I am Hagitunde Vincent. Joining me on set is
Samuel.
Didn't your hearing is the Vanguard newspaper.
And with me is Punch newspaper. On the front page of Punch newspaper, Atiku Okowa rubbish APC over Muslim ticket, economy among others. Police gets 431 petitions over cops misconduct. NSCDC immigration orders officers to write promotion exam. Kwara musicians order back 20 years of cybercrime. It could be also found on the front page of Punch. I have done well, says Buhari. Strike. Motorists stranded as students block Lagos Ibadan Expressway. My life is under threat over Queen Elizabeth's tweets. Prof. And this could also be found on the front page of Punch. Ladies offers Ekerimadu's daughter's kidney. Family kicks. VP slots. Okowa most qualified. IU tells critics. Angola, Libya overtake Nigeria in crude productions, says OPEC. Lagos brothers accomplished jail for life over robbery. It's coming from Metro. Lagos brothers, sorry, I've taken that before. Lagos armed robbery suspect dies in police custody. Also on the front page of Punch, Ekiti hunters arrest suspected killers of NSCDC official. Jigawa gas explosion injures 5, raises 22 properties. Also on the front page of Punch, Ogunkinshi Tozu claims 3 lives, houses burned. Bauti Chicha defies 7-year-old Pope, abolites rape woman. Also on the front page of Punch, Kaduna troops kill bandits, rescue 10, chained hostage. Woman, 2 children missing in Taraba boat accidents. It's coming from Business this morning. 2023, Senate ministers disagree over 12.43 trillion naira budget deficit. Senate begins oil theft probe in Niger Delta. Our position intact. Northern Kano chairman insists. Amidst defection, always coming from the front page of Punch. Defection in APC dangerous. Ex-aspirants tell Tinubu. Tinubu LD. APC tells Obi decries defection. Enugu APC falls into slumber. Seek redemption as internal crisis soar. And let me take this one also. Army promises safe environment for 2023 election. Well, let me take this one also. That says, God forbid we fail with Labour's party, with Labour's support. Obi, Mr. Akitide, what's your take on this? That says Army promises a safe environment for 2023 election.
Well, so far so good. We've not seen that. We've not seen a sign of a safe environment. But let's hope that something is done on time, because the issue of insecurity is still very much prevalent, virtually on a daily basis. We keep hearing of one killing or the other. If it's not kidnapping, it is terrorist attack. So let's hope that the things are put in proper, things are done on time, that we have a very smooth and safe transition as regards the upcoming election.
Okay. All right. Let's take this. I have done well, says Buhari. So is it it's called a self-evaluation. So does it worth it?
Well, in my opinion, I think even if you give a madman a hole to make a heap, is going to try to make it towards towards himself.
Yes.
So what I'm saying, what I'm saying in essence is that to the president, he may thought he has actually done well, but to general populace, they also have their own assessment list, or they have their own assessment sheet on how to measure the president. So, but so far so good. So many people have their reservations.
Okay, let's take this one before we transition into what's out there. Article Okowa rubbish APC over Muslim ticket economy among others. Do you think APC, the regime or administrative is doing well or now on the economy?
Well, it is not just the issue of either they are doing well or not doing well. This is what we called doing the needful, considering the ordinary. We are not saying the needful is totally right, because it is not penned down in the Constitution. Although when you look at jurisprudence on the basis of equity and fairness, I think there's a deficit in the Muslim ticket, because there's what we call the principle of equity and fairness, and there's what we call the federal character, where we have everybody should be duly represented on so many bases, on ethnicity, on religion, on so many parameters. But so far so good. This should come more from the electorate. This should come from more from the citizens, not from what's it called? Not from the aspirants or candidates who are vying for elections. But my fear is that the electorate, I want to throw this a rhetoric, make it a rhetoric, a question, it cannot be questioned. Do you really think we know what we want in this country? Because it would be unfair to have Christian as a president and the Christian as a vice president. It would be unfair to the to our Muslim brothers, and the same thing should also go to our Muslim brothers too. It would be unfair to have a Muslim president and a Muslim vice president. But they are not the only party. It's not a one-party system, whereby it is 100% certain that APC will emerge as the president of the country. So we still have, if you think you are not satisfied with the APC structure, APC hierarchy as regards the upcoming election, we have other political parties. We have the People's Democratic Party. We have with a presidential being a Muslim, and the vice president being a Christian. We also have the Labour Party, the presidential candidate a Christian, the Obidati, and the vice president, on the other way around. We also have Kwankwaso, who chose a bishop as his running mate. Kwankwaso is a Muslim from the north. We also have Christian. We also have Daosa as the running mate, who is a bishop. So the point is, why we are making this a big deal is what I don't understand. Is it that are we saying that APC will be the one to emerge? So it has a kind of so it is high time we stop this kind of because it keeps coming, it keeps surfacing. It keeps surfacing on our dailies virtually every time.
Yeah.
People crying foul play on this issue of Muslim ticket.
All right, that's it. So I can't really exhaust what I have here, but I think these are the latest news out there. So let's have what you have there.
On the front page of Vanguard today, Nigerian broke still feels like we are in a recession. This is coming from the then Vice President Atiku. Keyamo, I take that again. Keyamo's J tribe exposes APC plot to assassinate Obi Labour Party, this coming from Labour Party, that the Minister of State Labour, Keyamo Dietrai, exposes APC plot to assassinate Obi. This is coming from Vanguard. Buhari condemns attack on Huba. Ex-militant leader says amnesty office not owing ex-agitators. Kaduna train attack. Mamu aided local international terror groups, says DSS. Federal government recovered 2.6 trillion naira revenue from oil coils. This is coming from the NEIT high. Pipeline surveillance job. Omar Gege urged to ensure fair distribution of Urubu slots. ASU strike. Monarch orders stranded as protesting students block Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Security of life and property. The Nigerian police problems and challenges. You could also read that on the on the Vanguard newspaper. ASU peace term. Peace team seeks NAS action on funding for universities. And this story is on Vanguard. Should women be member of traditional rulers' cabinets? That's begging for answer. It carries a question mark. 2023, Akwa Ibom Deputy Governor urges PDP stakeholders to deliver Hikot Ekpene Senatorial District. Nigerian security indebtedness painful, Anglican Bishop. Fuel scarcity hit Port Harcourt environs as product sells for 300 naira per litre. Rivers APC blast Wike over attack on Amishi. Ogun Assembly suspends ex-deputy speaker, one other lawmaker. Misconduct. Lagos Assembly summoned waterfront commissioner. And finally, dismantling terrorists, bandits, positively impacting troop morale. This is coming from the army chief. Mr. Sam, we have so many of the stories here this morning.
Yeah.
Very juicy, very crunchy, and very tasty. They're highly delectable anyway.
Yes.
So I was actually thinking where we commence from. But before we commence our analysis this morning, it is pertinent that I take this. How Oshomale saved South-South APC meeting from collapse. That's a good news from the auspices of All Progressive Congress in Edo State. So let's take it from here. Let's look at this very rhetorical question. In less than 60 seconds. Should women be members of traditional rulers' cabinets?
Traditional ruler cabinet.
Yes.
What? We have what is called the constitution.
Yeah.
And we have tradition.
Yeah.
And when you cannot bend constitution, you turn to traditions, right? Mm-hmm. But if tradition does not forbid it, I see no reason why a woman should not be among the cabinet of traditional rulers. Mm-hmm. If their tradition does not forbid it.
I was even thinking that what would have warranted this kind of talk,
some of the
or this kind of news?
Some of the things that could happen is this. We have these chieftaincies matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these titles and the rest, and they are all based on each lineage. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
Now there is tendency that we've once had a woman that was crowned as king.
Of course.
Yes, because there is no other person that can. There is no male of there was.
Let's
no
even look at the let's look at
right.
Queen Elizabeth, for instance.
Yes.
It was because the uncle abdicated.
Yes.
And that was why the usually we have it has been the issue of king.
Yes.
In what's it called? In England.
Yes.
But ordinarily we have other titles.
Yes.
Like the title of the Yaloja.
Yes.
is always given to women.
Women, yes.
And Yalo Day.
Yes.
So all this title they also, but even in some cases where you have we have their delays, when the king is unable to, the kings are they are unable to emerge. A male is unable to emerge as a king.
Yeah.
Then they have their delays
Yes.
in some other prominent Yoruba. So let's quickly take this. Buhari condemned attack on Uba. Ifeanyi Uba is a prominent politician in the southeast, and this man is even a philanthropist. He has done wonderfully well for his people. I mean, why would somebody want to take him out of the way?
Well, I don't think that's a rhetorical question, and we know what is going on in politics these days. So, as we all know, that politics is a dirty game, and I want to use this code that it's also a bloody game. You get the point? So, like, you cannot just tell maybe he's in support of any of these. Once you engage yourself in one political party or the other, just know that your life is at stake, and you must always be vigilant wherever you go, because you don't know those people that are hunting. It's not about you doing good. It's not about you that you have done this for the society, you have done that for the society. But once you are not among them, you know, they're also saying that if you can't beat them,
you join
them. Okay. Now, the point is, they know that you are a plus to this political party, and if they could take you out of the way, it will be a minus for them, and to them it will be a plus.
Okay.
So once you engage yourself in politics in Nigeria these days, you know, be expecting unexpected. Okay,
let me quickly take this. You know, Ondo bans clubbing, Okada operations at night. Do you think don't you think the government should follow suit? They should declare state of emergency on insecurity in this country, and maybe for now, all social activities should be put on hold. And the issue of Okada, well, I don't know how the government want to actually achieve that.
Well, 2020, we have this coronavirus and the rest. Something was put in place in Oyo State, which every state then tried to follow suit. You know, if you say that there should be a state of emergency, right, or lockdown or something else, how many people can federal government feed in this country?
That's the question.
So, you know, we have outside the country by which their federal government, they pay their citizen under 18 or this and that. But how much have you collected, have you received from federal government ever since you were born? So even you have this polio, this stuff, you still pay at the end of the day.
That's why people would not even want to raise their life for the government, because the government, they believe that the government is not even doing anything for them.
That is why you don't see people coming out to vote massively again, because they know that if we even come, it's just like we are there to risk our life.
Voters apathy.
For voters apathy. So that is one of the causes, because they know that even if they emerge at the end of the day. Now, coming down to this one right now. How many people is federal government willing to feed? How many citizens?
Even if they are not willing to feed, what are they putting in place?
To make sure that
even if there's going to be a ban on Okada, generally, what are they going to see? Even
if the ban is at night,
even my take
it's a good development.
Yeah, it's a night banning. They were banned.
It's a good development.
But even at that, if you look at the number of terrorists that is terrorizing this country, they are in their minute compared to they are not even up to 50,000 terrorists in this country. Although one can unleash a very terrible mayhem on the society, but we are saying that if the level of intelligence, the level of intelligence gathering is something to write home about, I think we can take care of these terrorists. Yes. Anyway, I've exhausted what I have here, and I'm so sure you've done you did the same.
We've done justice to most of them.
All right, viewers, you've had it all. This is our show for today. Do join us next time for another exciting episode. Until then, we remain your host. Bye for now.
Bye.